Hi everyone. I don't know why, but YouTube has stopped flipping my screen. So if I show you this, I don't know if you see it like you should. I will verify that now. I'll check on my phone. We will see that. Yeah, let's see. Yes, I see it. Fine. Okay, that's good then. It's just a little bit weird because um StreamYard flips my screen, but right now I'm just on regular YouTube, so I'm not using any outside app or thing. Um, so yeah, I have to send Don's order. Everything is packed. I have a few bags to deliver to the post office right now. But before that happens, I'm gonna finish someone's plushie that I made as a thank you for paying my ticket to go see Skinny Puppies. So right now, this is the kitty. It's for his daughter, I believe. This is his daughter's cat, Tulip. I think her name is. It's a super cute name anyway. But yeah, it's just this little gray cat. Now I'm gonna make some limbs for it. Um, we're gonna start with the tail. I want to make a super simple tail that starts with black and then that spells to like a gray color. Like I'm gonna use long stitches to do the fluffy tail effect, like both colors melting into each other. So I'm gonna use that just like I do with the zombie kitties from Tanya's pattern, but I'm using my own pattern for this. This was freehanded. I just made a body, a head. I sewed them together like this, and I made ears with my own pattern as well. Freehanded, no, not really a pattern, because I wanted them to be rounded a little bit to match the cat's ear, the ear shape. So we managed that. We achieved that. Earlier, I put whiskers on. You can see the little whiskers. Super cute. I really like this guy. Look how serious that cat is. He has this super, like, um, curious look in the photos my customer sent me. Well, it's not really a customer, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I need some black, so we have that here. And we have all of this left of gray, so I should be fine for the limbs and the tail and everything. Shouldn't be a problem right now. Right now, I'm just dealing with yarn spills. Hi, Zach. How are you doing? Yes, it's snowing right now. Really hard too. It's crazy outside. Right outside my window, it's just a snowstorm right now. We're having a snowstorm, which, personally, I don't mind, but I know that a lot of people are probably upset right now. But I have to go to the post office later. I'm just like speeding through this little kitty here so I can finish that at least today. Um, and the only thing is I have to go before 5. So I'll probably leave like around 3, something like that. So I'll probably stay live for about an hour or so, just so I can chat with you guys and, you know, Oh, earlier I sold Scott Pilgrim versus the World's Collector tin. It had the special features and all the things they introduced and all, you know, and it was in a tin box instead of a regular DVD box. It was the fancy thing, And I sold it for $20, which is very cheap considering. Normally that would go for 40 something, something like that. But I was happy to let it go because someone else is probably gonna enjoy it more, and it was just sitting in my collection. I don't watch DVDs. I watch movies on my computer, and I have digital formats, and I don't have a CD player on my computer. I have an external CD player, and it's annoying to just put the discs in every time. So what I do is I just have the files and on my external hard drive, and I switch them out when I need them. So if it snows, I stay inside. Yeah, I wish I could do that, but I have um, to mail Don's order, which is already pretty late. Etsy gives you like a certain numbers of days that you're supposed to respect, you know, and so it's annoying, but I do have to. And it's not my only thing I have to mail. I also sold some yarn to my aunt, and I'm mailing that as soon as possible. I told her that I would go this afternoon. I'm sure she probably wouldn't mind me staying at home safely, but I also want to get that done because it's gonna be annoying at the end. So I don't want to be stuck like that. That's pretty much the reason. So I'm thinking, hmm, do I do 12 or 15? I think I want to do 15 stitches. Hi, Amanda. Hope you're doing well today. You're not at home right now. Well, thank you for saying hi. I appreciate you stopping by. And I saw your haul, and I have all the creme stellaris because when they were all in stock on Obi before they were discontinuing them in the point store, I got all of them with my points. So I was happy to see that in your video. They still have both reds, which I'm like, tempted to spend some of my points towards that, but also I want to get a bunch of the cotton 8 packs, and I think that will be a smart purchase for my business because then I could make like dish um, dishcloths, and it would be good for my home because I don't have cotton dishcloths. I have some washcloths, but they're the fancy ones that I make with the Halloween patterns, and so that's not really something I wanna use for dishes, countertops, and all that. You'll be home again in a few hours. I might stream later today. You're at your dad's for dining with mini me. That's awesome. Have an amazing time, dear. You might go live later. If I'm around, I will watch you. But I'm going to the post office later today, so I don't know exactly when I'll be home. But I will stop by if you're still live. Okay, I'm thinking that 15 stitches rather was a little bit much. I think I'm gonna stick with 12, and if it's too small, we'll see. I don't think it will be though. I think it'll be fine. It's just a kitty tail, a regular kitty, not a zombie. I'm using the same type of tail just because this kitty has a little bit of a blackish and to his tail to her tail it's a female, but she has like a tiny little black spot at the end. It's super cute. I wish I could show you photos, but they're gonna be all blurry on my phone, so I'm not gonna do that right now, but later I might. What have you been up to, Zach? I saw your video earlier and I was gonna say hello, but it finished right as I arrived, but I watched it after. Looks like 12 stitches will be enough for this. I'll show you here, but I'm thinking it's a rather good size for this tail. In just like for comparison, that is the size of the kitty. So once it's stuffed, it's gonna be a little bit more bigger. So for those who don't know, what I was talking about is Ubby's Point Store. I can show you with the share screen thing. Because Amanda earlier posted. Well, I don't know if I should talk about that because it's the member only thing. But yeah, but it prompted me to check the store as well. So there are a few things. I have a lot of points, you guys, in my OB. Um, I have a lot of them because when I used to have money, I would place very large orders. And so now I just have like, how many points do I have? I have 16,000 points in my OB account. I will show you, actually, share this. This is what I have here. So we're gonna check the point store. The darning needle. I have a bunch of these. I love the metal ones. They're really useful. They're my favorite. I don't really use the curved ones unless I have like unless I'm using the Addy or things like that because it's useful because you can like get inside the little thingy. Mm. So let's just look at the point store right now. They always have these um, light effects from DMC. I have a bunch of them and they're great, but also they call them the devil's butt hair for a reason. These are super hard to work with. They are they're nice, but they are tough to use. So they're all shiny and stuff. But if you embroider with those, good luck. It necessitates a little bit of patience. It's not that bad. I've used them, but just a tiny bit fiddly. So this is what I've been contemplating getting. Right now, I don't have that many points, but I have enough points to get 4 packs, so I could get each of them here. Could do that, yeah. Actually, I'm thinking about it because I could either just try all the colors here, or I could just get 1 pack, and I'm thinking either the bright rainbow or the dark rainbow. So let me know what you think because, and I could get like 4 packs of one thing and then make a project with it, or I could try different colors. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. It depends, and those are a bit big for me to make amigurumi with. That's not what I want to be doing. I want to make more like coasters and kitchen things. If you can see like, okay, in the wrong tab here, but you can see in comparison, that's the baby, that's the mini, and that's the regular size. But yeah, I could either get this one, the brights, or the dark, and like get the 4 packs of this with my points from the point store. But also there are some neutrals that I like, but I'm not sure I would be using that really. I'm really not sure. Um, I'll see. Because also I could make like a shawl, a big shawl with just a bunch of different mini colors. These are these are 16 yards each, so it's very small. You can make something really small with this. So I'm thinking like just getting the same pack, really. Or I don't know. I really don't know. But right now I have 16,000 points, so I have enough for exactly 4. So we'll see. I don't know. I'll think about that. But of course, that will be with my next order with Obi. Not for a little while because I am poor. Right now, I'm prioritizing my bills, my things I have to do. You know, I have to pay some bills. And by the way, if you would like to help me out, if you would like to tip me for streaming, buy me a coffee on my Ko-fi store. I put the link at the beginning of the chat here, just at the beginning before I started the live. So if you scroll up a little bit, well, you should still see it. It's still on my screen, but the link is Ko-fi. So it's the first link I put. You can help me out that way, or you can check out my Etsy store. It's the link just below the second link, and I have all my little zombie kitties on there. I have a bunch of plushies. I have bats, I have bunnies, I have a zombie dog as well. Just adorable little plushies. Um, Etsy. I'll see that. If you're new here. Otherwise, you've probably seen all of that already because I show it all the damn time. This is my Etsy store. I have a bunch of things on there. This is just my featured items. But see, I have this small zombie kitty. I still have some Christmas stuff. I should discount those. Bunch of things. But yeah, I have hats. All sorts of hats. Um, I have horror plushies. So yeah, I have a ton of shawls, you guys. If you want a shawl, go over to my shop and get yourself some nice stuff. Like, see, that shawl would be so pretty in that dark red. I want to make it. And that dark orange. These are all ready to go, these 4 ones. The 2 here are some I've not finished yet. That's why I just have this cane. But yeah, and I still have a lot of bracelets. I want to clear those out my shop. I don't want to make them anymore because it's really hard with carpal tunnel. Even if I have my compression gloves, it seems to help, but also like it's very small, intricate knots. So it's not really something I enjoy. I got tons of washcloths that I can make. I get custom orders for these. So And this is just little pouches, or you could put herbs in there, have like your little witchy herb pouches. I have one by my desk. It's mint. It's peppermint actually. Quite like those. So I just put it in like a black cotton cloth. Hi Samantha, welcome. But yeah, I put it in like a black cloth and then I fold it over and I secure it and I tie it in inside these little pouches here. So that's what I do. I'll be right back. I need to blow my nose. I'm sorry about that. It's getting a little bit stuffy. So, oh, my thing is over here. Here we go. I'm done. What are you up to, Samantha? Right now, I'm just dreading going outside because the weather is frightful. The weather outside is okay. I'm not supposed to sing that. I don't want to get copyrighted, but it's stuck in my head now that I said it. You know, I'm searching for the pictures of the kitty that I'm making for this order. I could try to show you, but it's all a bit glary right now. But it has really beautiful eyes. But look at the tip of that tail. It's really dark. So that's why the black. I hope everyone is staying safe if you have a snowstorm like me. Oh, it's calming down right now, but it's not as bad as it was when I started the stream about half an hour ago. So I should be good to go to the post office. The only thing I hope is that it's not like a ton of snow on the ground because I don't have very good boots. I should have to buy winter boots, but right now I don't really have the funds for this. So I use my shoes, my regular shoes. I just put wool socks in. Wool socks are really good for winter. They keep your toes isolated from the cold. So And I think that should be okay for the tip of the tail. Oh, I think I'll do a last round actually. Yeah, just one last. Hmm. So for those who don't know, I do pet portraits now, and this is the first one I've really done. I also have another kitty coming. It has some color changes in the face and everything, so it's gonna be really complex. I'm gonna be starting that tonight. I'm not gonna probably not gonna go live as I do it because I want to stay really focused, but I will most definitely show that. So yeah. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to show Don's little kitty in the community post. I'll do that now. So if you want to see, so if you want to see, right now it's on my community tab. But I made Don's little zombie cat in purple, and I made a blue and a pink one as well. So I posted all of that. You can just scroll through if you're interested. If you want to see the little zombie kitties, and I would really appreciate feedback or likes or whatever. But feel free to look through. And now we cut the black. We don't need black anymore. Not for the tail. Not the paws either. I don't think I'll be using black. The fur does have some darker spots through it, but it's not like the tail. It's not very marked. So right now I'm just attaching the dark gray, and it feels like a smooth transition. I'll show you once I've done a few rounds. But since it's a really close color, it's not like a very harsh color change. All right, I'm just gonna do a bunch of long stitches. So, okay. Um, I don't want to catch this tail here, so I'm gonna try to be careful. Okay, my laundry is finished. I'm just gonna open the door so I don't forget it before I leave. Hello again. So this is what it looks like so far. The little, um, like the little stitches going through it makes like makes it look like it's soft fur rather than just a harsh color transition. This is the cat if you haven't seen it. Oh, and it's gonna have 9 stitches across. Apparently not. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I know. I made a mistake. I made the beginner's mistake here. Hmm. I'm gonna try just 10 stitches instead. Okay. So I just wanna like taper it down. And then I'm gonna use black stuffing for this. This is the some of the yarn I used for. Oh no, I'm mistaken. I thought that was the yarn I used for my Lost Souls shawl in dark gray, but no, I use Ubby Black Friday XL acrylic instead. But it's a similar color. I was just mistaken because I don't have any of that anymore in the Ubby. I'll do a shawl show and tell soon. I know Don wanted to see that. Mm. So I hope everyone's been doing well. Mentally, for me, it's been a challenging week because um, I have a lot of meltdowns these days, and normally these comes with like big headaches and things. So it's difficult to like go through your day, and you get quite a bit of brain fog. You shut down a little bit. It's like you lose some of your faculties for a few hours while you have meltdowns normally, and so that affects your work, and it in turn affects your performance. You know, it affects your mood. Obviously, it affects your loved ones. Sometimes it's scary because you're worried you might lose some people after a meltdown, and often you do. You know, so that is a tough kind of struggle. But yeah, um, I've been having quite a few of them. I have periods when I don't even have meltdowns for months at a time, and those are really good. I feel quite privileged for that because I know some people get them daily, but at other periods I have them daily. Like right now, I have a meltdown almost every day, and so it's just been really slow working, difficult working, you know. And on top of that, with the carpal tunnel flare ups, sometimes I have days that I don't get up and that I don't do much. Now I stream quite a bit, and I obviously crochet when I stream. Hi, Paula. Welcome in. How are you doing today? I was talking earlier about the snow. Right now it's stopped a little bit, but there's kind of a snowstorm thing going on, and I have to go to the post office, and it's not really motivating. You're doing fine. What are you up to today? Are you doing anything fun? For me, aside from going to the post office and working on more orders from people, that's pretty much it. I have someone supposed to come on Sunday to come check out my furls Aries collection, and she might purchase that from me, which would help me financially considerably, obviously. The only sad part is that for a while I won't have any hooks to work with, besides my small ones here, the Odysseys. These ones I'm keeping because I use them quite religiously. And I'm gonna go on Amazon. I wanted to try the prim hooks that are kind of similar in shape. You know that those white and colored ones, and I wanna try them out. I wanna see if it works for me. Cause if it does, then I'm gonna buy a full set and a small set, and then the bigger set later when I need that. But other than that, I'll just try one individual hook first to make very sure. And worst case scenario, I return it and I try another brand. So I really need an inline hybrid hook that is more pointy, because that's what I enjoy working with. It makes it easier for me personally, because I'm not too worried about splitting yarn. I have the patience for it. Yeah, sure, it does annoy me a little bit, but it doesn't annoy me as much as not being able to fit through my stitches. You're doing Good. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, let me know what hooks you use, everyone, so I can look them up and see if it works for me. Basically, mostly looking at inline hooks or hybrid hooks. First, a little bit hybrid. Um, these taper a little bit, just slightly, and the tip is slightly rounded. But as you get into their bigger sizes, especially in the streamline resin, you see that it has a slightly pointed head. I will show you in a second here. I still have those. Which is the big ones? Okay, so this is an M, but as you can see, look, it's a little bit pointy at the top. Just trying to, there, there. It's tiny bit pointy, but it's in line. I'll be so sad to have that gone. I want to cry a little bit. These are my favorites. And red is my favorite color. That's why I got the Aries. I'm not an Aries, you guys. I'm a Cancer. That's my zodiac Cancer sign. So, yeah. Um, I just really love them because um, they're saying that they'll be releasing zodiacs during their months now. So I'm waiting for next July, but I'm just really hoping that the one they release is not blue. Anything but blue, please. Anything but boring colors. I want something flashy. I'd love for it to match the birthstone. If they are ruby hooks, I would be thrilled with that. What do y'all think? What do you think Cancer zodiac furls hooks should be? I'm curious to know if anyone has good ideas for that. So I've been thinking it would be neat in red, but since they already had the cherry hook, which was discontinued, and the Aries, I don't know. I just don't want one more blue hook. They have too many blue hooks, I feel like. They had the Taurus hook, which was like purplish blue. They had the Pisces hook, which is a deep blue. They have, I think now they have the Aquarius. I'm not sure, but I know they have another blue one. So they like have three or four that are that color. So yeah, no more blue, please, furls. As cool as they are, personally, not really my favorite color. And please don't make a sand color just because they're basically crabs. I'm just being fussy about hook colors right now. It's very unlikely that I'll buy them because I don't really have the financial means to buy luxury items right now, and Farrell's hooks are definitely that. But yeah, let me know what you use. And if you're more into knitting, that's fine. I don't really knit. Um, I used to a little bit, but I'm getting rid of my needles, my knitting needles. I'm selling them. See, it's getting longer. I want to do a few more rows. I want it to be a really nice sized tail here. I was talking earlier about mental health and how having a lot of meltdowns really affects you. and it doesn't only affect things on a like daily scale, but it affects you long terms because when you keep having that every day, your brain kind of gets in that perpetual trauma mind. It's a traumatizing and difficult experience sometimes to have a meltdown. So when that's repeated, that can lead to some serious trauma, and that can affect your PTSD or CPTSD if you have it. Really, in my case, I know it does. I know it has, and you always get more worried that you're gonna have a meltdown, and that in turn can cause one just being too worried about it. It's not a good thing. I'm developing strategies to stop them when I have them. I've been better at allowing myself to have them, but it's always a very difficult time, full of shame, usually because people get shamed plenty for their meltdowns. They get called toxic, they get called all sorts of stuff, but really, you can't help having a meltdown. You can help how you act about it, how you react about it, and how you work on being a better person and isolating yourself when you're having one so that you don't hurt other people. That's something you can change, but the fact that you're having a meltdown on its own, you should never be ashamed about that, and it serves no purpose to be ashamed of how you act when you had a meltdown. So, if there are people in your life who like to shame you about that stuff, maybe it's a clue. It's a clue to or a hint to take a little bit of distance from them. And maybe you don't need to cut them out completely, but you don't need that shame into your life. Like, you don't need to listen to the negativity they have to say about you being autistic or ADHD. ADHD people have meltdowns too sometimes. It's more emotional though. Autistic meltdowns are more sensory in nature and are usually caused by the difficulty to process something or the inability to process something or the overly processing, you know. So that for me. That's how I describe them personally. So I wanted to talk about that subject a little bit. Mm. I know that I've had plenty on camera, and I know it is difficult for a lot of people to witness that and to, like, you know, it's difficult to explain in any way. I'm really close to the size I want to achieve with this. Actually, I'm thinking this is a good size for the cat. So I'm gonna fasten off here. I'll finish the little key. Alright. I don't know yet how I want to make the legs, but at least now we have one thing done. Okay, and or back stuffing. I need to buy stuffing really soon. I'm out of money, but I need to buy more white stuffing. I'm getting a little slim in there. I still have. I'll show you what I still have. I still have this here. This would be good for like 3 or 4 plushies, medium plushies. About that amount, you know, because the zombie cats take a lot of stuffing. They have a giant head. This one has a regular sized head, but the kitties have like this, and requires quite a bit of stuffing to make it the size it's supposed to be. So, all right, one tail finished, and I'll remove a little bit of stuffing here because I want it to be a little bit more flexible, like a kitty. tail. Kitty tails are not like super stiff unless the cat is angry or scared. You know, you know how that is, right? There, this is done, and I'll put it aside. Mm, I'll probably start making their arms and everything, and probably go to the post office and finish that later. Plushies. Medium cat, please. Medium cat, where are you? Okay, found it. Okay. Just want to make super big arms. There we go. That shouldn't take me long. It's just 16 rows and it's very straightforward. I'm not doing like the color change thing like for the zombie kitties, so it should be straightforward. I don't want to do the legs exactly like I usually do them because they're very rounded and I don't want it to be caricatural. I just want it to be like a regular kitty, so I might just make up my own shape for the legs. Mhm. I've always been a really big fan of black kitties. I've had a black and white kitty. He was basically all black with just a little white tip on his tail, and I've always really loved them. They look so mysterious and witchy. And of course, I love all cats, and I'm not gonna be a picky human if I'm gonna have cats with different color coats. My Mr. Hyde was dark brown. He was almost black, but he was like just a slightly lighter shade. You know, he was that dark brownish black. I can show you. Where is he? Okay. But see, he was a really dark brown. He had like a not really uniform coat. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just replying to the person I'm making this kitty for. But yeah, my Mr. Hyde was a very, very dark brown with some black interspersed with it. And his fur was like mostly brown with some black speckles, if that makes sense. And I always really thought that was so cute. And I had a black and white kitty. He was not quite a tuxedo because he had way more white, but he was like, I think one of his parents was a tuxedo cat actually, but he had more like just black spots all over on his face, some parts of his body a little bit um, along his back. I have more pictures. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. This is how Dr. Jekyll looked, and he was an anxious kitty, so that's why he's there on the stove, on the fan, the stove fan, the ceiling. No, not the ceiling fan, the stove fan. Both of them had copper eyes. Mm. Okay, okay. I'm just showing him what I did for. I'm showing him the bits I did here around. Right now we're figuring out the cat. So I apologize for being a little bit more unresponsive. So I want to make sure he likes the kitty before assembling it. And because, you want it to look like your pets and you want it to be accurate as much as possible, even if it's like just a cutie version, not really a cat per se. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a rather um chill, calm live. We talked about a little bit of a few heavy discussions about autistic meltdowns here and there. But let me know if you're making anything, watching anything. Let me know what you do while you work. Do you listen to some music? Do you have Netflix? Do you watch like a series in the background as you crochet? I'd really love to know that. 'Cause I always listen to Skinny Puppy. Of course, I've talked about this plenty, which is my thing, really. It's my thing. Um, it always makes me feel sort of connected and good because I'm not really stuck on the music and not really paying close attention. But at the same time, I'm like slightly. I catch a glimpse of the songs here and there, and that makes me feel really good and wholesome. It brings kind of a sort of familiarity to it, and it makes me feel really, really comfortable and good because Skinny Puppy obviously is my favorite band. But you know what I mean? You know the feeling I mean? Yeah, winter is sort of yeah. Mhm. Yeah, we're still figuring out the plushie right now. Cause I want him to like the end result. So that's who I'm texting right now, if you're wondering. But Tulip has a cute face. Hi. I hope you had good sleep. Right now I'm just working on a kitty for a customer. It's not a customer. It's more a thank you because that's for the guy who paid my plane ticket to go see Skinny Puppy, and so I'm giving him this kitty as a thank you. It's for his daughter. He's been really nice and helpful, and I'm also sending him a patch and a badge, not a badge, a pin from the merch, Skinny Puppy's merch store, because he wanted that. So I got him that at the merch booth at the show. So yeah, and that he paid for though. Um, he paid for them, but I'm gonna send them in with the kitty, everything all at once. I'll show you what the patch and pin look like if you want to see if you're curious, because they're really good. They look really nice. And I also need to bag it up to protect it from dust and whatnot. So I'll be doing that now. But here is the patch. Skinny puppy. It says skinny puppy. Oops, I showed it backward. But yeah, it says skinny puppy. It has the little skeleton on it. And this is the pin. It's really cool. I wish I had one, to be honest with you. But I don't know what I would put it on. I always seem to lose pins for some reason. So in the end, it's not so sad that I don't have one. Uh, so yeah, right now putting this here and this here together for the person who I making the cat for. All right. And there we go. I'm gonna put it back just so I don't lose it. I'm sorry, I'm a bit focused here. Um, I just want to get these few rows um, done correctly. I'm in the decrease rows right now. After that, I'll just be crocheting regular rows, but right now I'm not. So please let me know what you're up to. I kind of feel like I'm talking to myself here, and I know that's boring for audience members sometimes. So if you have anything you're working on, you're proud of, or anything you want to share at all, please feel free to. Sleep was okay. You were stuck in your nightmare. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that letter. Nightmares. I have recurring nightmares too, and they are so tiring. Right? They take up all your energy. Hi, Granny D. I slept for a long time too. I'm trying to figure out what the color I used for this stuffing was. I think it might have been white. Okay. Uh, I'm using my free check here to make sure this stitch doesn't undo itself. Because I had to snip a little white thing and I snipped a thread accidentally. This is secret of the trade, right? You can put a dab on there if you accidentally snip something you're not supposed to snip. You went to bed late and you just woke up an hour ago. That's completely fine. I'm probably gonna get off soon anyway because I have to go to the post office later and it closes at 5. So I'm just finishing up a part of the pattern before I leave. I just wanted to get it started, because I've been putting it off a little bit, but now I had the time to work on it. So that's why I'm doing it. Yes, I have recurring nightmares as well. They're mostly social nightmares because most of my trauma is social trauma, childhood things like that. A lot of it includes my dad screaming at me. Yeah, you can't get out of those. Yeah, they're very strong also. They're almost like lucid dreams, and you really feel the nightmarish feel. It's not just like a little nightmare. It is so real, and it takes away all your restfulness in your sleep. It's not restful at all. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm doing the arm right. Not the right arm, the arm right. Those won't have a side because I'm not changing colors. I'm just using the same pattern as Tanya for the arms here because the shape is pretty good, I think. And even if this one's not a zombie kitty, I just um, it's a nice shape for a cute Z plushie. I wake up more exhausted than when you went to sleep. Me too. Sometimes it's just harsh. You don't feel rested, you feel scared and traumatized as you wake up. You basically re traumatize yourself a little bit when you wake up from those dreams, and it's not nice. It's not nice. Those are harsh. Those, for sure, those are difficult. I got $20 today. I sold Scott Pilgrim. I had the DVD collector tin edition with the special features and everything. You know, the cutscenes, bloopers, and all that fun stuff. It had that, so I sold it for quite cheap, but also it was just sitting in my collection unused and not uh, useful at all. So I made a little bit of money out of that. I'm still missing a few dollars for my monthly expenses. Right now, I have to buy some necessities. So, if anyone wants to help out with that, all the links are in the description and at the beginning of the chat. I don't know if it's scrollable, if you can scroll that far up, but basically it. That's basically it. So, but I'm thankful for everyone just being here, and you don't have to do that at all. An aquarium. Oh damn. That sounds that sounds like really distressing to think you have an aquarium. Also, that's surprising that the fishies stayed alive for very long without food, because normally fish are really fiddly with that. Um, Basically, you forget to feed them one time and they're all dead the next morning. Fishes are really hard to keep alive. And they all have like requirements for the water and a bunch of things like that. Fish are very sensitive. But yeah, one of my recurring nightmares is being back at my parents' house. I'm gonna talk about this, but disclaimer: this is all a bit traumatic. I'm not gonna go into very graphic details or anything, but one of my recurring nightmares is that I'm back at my parents' house and my dad is screaming at me and screaming a bunch of criticism of very harsh words and things about me not being a good person and like accusing me of attacking him and things like that. And so that's when I often have. And oftentimes in those dreams, I yell back at him, I don't stay and just listen. And often I run and retreat to my room in those dreams. And so I never really understood what that was about until I did some searching in my mind. And you discover some things about yourself when you do that. Dreams are tough. All right, one more row for the little arm here. They also have weird dreams about social events. Like I have dreams about meeting ogre, but not nice, wholesome ones, but ones in which he would be angry at me and not happy to see me there and like ignoring me or asking security to not let me in and things like that. So I have those dreams as well, and it's like, no, not ogre, please. No, my mom passed away when I was 12. Um, I don't talk to my dad very often. I see him about once or twice a year because he and my stepmom live far away. They live like in another region far from Montreal. They have a condo in Quebec City that's about 3 or 4 hours away from Montreal. But I don't see them very often, which is good because they're not really people I want around all the time. For reasons that I won't really go into, because I have a lot of unprocessed trauma, and I'm not a good person around them. I become someone I don't really like. So I see them for the holidays, and like when they're on vacation, they come by. So I don't see them that often. But it's fine. It's not a big deal to me. I feel satisfied with uh, who I don't have in my life right now. Yes, I'm lonely, but also there are people you just can't be around. There you go. And that's one arm. One arm done. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the second one now, but probably yeah. Probably later. By the way, my thumbnail for those lives, the red peonies that you often see me use as a thumbnail, I painted that for my mom because I have a big memorial tattoo for her, which is, I'll show you here. This is a bunch of big red peonies because she had peonies growing in front of her house, and I got that as a tattoo for her, and I painted this for an illustration for a short story I wrote in college for our final project, our graduation project. And so I painted that to illustrate that short story. It was called The Red Peony, and it's one of my favorite paintings. I'm selling it, by the way. If anyone wants to buy my thumbnail painting, that's for sale. It's on a canvas. It's on a flat canvas, like stretched over cardboard. It's not the fanciest thing, but it is frameable, and it's really nice. Yes, of course, we have each other, and I really appreciate you guys. Someone is bullshitting at me right now. I apologize. I'm gonna answer. I'll tell you what just happened after. Okay, I just wrote that I don't like the texture to Red Heart Super Saver, right? And I said I already used this one. So, like, I already used the bright stripe, for my plushies and everything. And this person writes back at me a huge comment saying, well, you can just use water and hair conditioner and vinegar to it, and it will be soft. Blah, 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 blah. And a bunch of other things. And I'm just like, well, I'd rather use yarn that I don't need to do that for. Why are you telling me you absolutely need to use Red Heart Super Saver? You have to add things to it. Absolutely, you need to use that. No, I'm gonna use. Um, I used Loops and Threads of Classic. It's plenty soft. They changed the formula, and it's pretty good how it is right now. It's I have a bunch of it here right now. It's quite soft. Okay, some colors a little bit harder because of course the dyes and the texture and everything have different effects on the yarn. But like after they changed it, that's pretty good. After it went from Craft Smart to Loops and Threads, it became softer. It became nicer. So I'm just like, no, not gonna soak my yarn in vinegar to make it softer. I'm just gonna buy soft yarn, and it's cheaper. Red Heart Super Saver is not available in Canada. We have a few colors. Sometimes Walmart used to carry the bright stripes. Some of the other stripes as well. They don't anymore. You can get them from Yarn Inspirations, but you have to pay shipping. They're not based in Canada. They're based from the US, actually. But yeah, they're really difficult to get. Well, maybe it's softer now, but also like that would cost me some serious shipping. For $5, I can get the soft classics from Michaels, and it's a good quality, good quantity. Mm. Yeah, I do like the striped ones. It's the only one I buy. 'Cause I make my cat plushies with it. But I'm just like the audacity of that person being like, well, just soak it in tons of things. I'm lazy. I'm not gonna do it. Um, right here, I have Red Heart Comfort. It's a little bit softer than Super Saver. It's a little bit nicer. I prefer it. But yeah, even Berna, what's the Super Value is softer to me, I feel like. And I use Berna Premium or Berne Premium, whatever you want to call that. But I use the premium one. It's like $5 as well. It's not too expensive, and you get quite big skeins of it, and it's really soft because it's premium acrylic. So there you go. That's what I use. Cheap, accessible, easy to get. I just get them at Walmart whenever I visit. It's like 30 to 40 minutes away. So I'm sorry. That person was giving me a little bit of attitude. I'm gonna mute them actually because I don't wanna. They don't want to reply to this person. Thank you, Yolanda, for your comment on my kitties. I appreciate that. By the way, for those who haven't seen, I posted the zombie kitties I made in my community tab. The zombie kitties I was finishing up yesterday. I posted that. So if you want to go see, I have finished pictures right now. But yeah, Red Heart Super Saver is good. It's okay, but yeah, I get either the soft classic Burnap Premium or I get Red Heart Comfort sometimes just because they are very large skeins, and the softness is okay for me. I do like the fact that they have a purple with a metallic purple strand through it. Normally, those yarns have like either silver or gold, and I'm just really happy that their sparkly strand is purple to match, and that's why I get it. Also because it's very sturdy. This is good for slippers. This gray here. I made some slippers with the marled black and gray. They were Addy slippers, and my feet ate through them because I have hyperhidrosis. So I sweat quite a bit, and my feet sweat, and that's disgusting. I know. I'm sorry about that, but because of that, when I wear slippers too often, they tend to get all flat, weird, and disgusting, and not good. But there was a big hole in the yarn, in my Addy slippers, which I was very sad about because I loved them. So, but yeah, that happened with the marled yarn though. I've made some other slippers with regular acrylic. They were just fine. They never broke. I'll show you in a second. When I just finished this row. All right. If I can find them, that is, they're just striped slippers. My goodness, I don't know where I put them. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought they were close by. I thought I would be able to find them. Anyway, they're just like regular slippers. I'll just. Oh, okay. They're just. I have one here. I have one. Um. Here is what I did. I just made some stripes and sewed them together, and I just made a cuff around it. They're very comfy. Yeah. These are just regular acrylic, and they've not broken, unlike my other ones with the marled yarn. I'm gonna do something about my um, crowded couch right now. So I have a bunch of all sorts of yarns and things lying around. And we have some neon yarn here. I'm gonna ball them up before I go to the post office. Oh, thank you. Bye. Later, Granny dear. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. Right now we're undoing yarn tangles. Because this room is a mess and I need to do something about it. It's been sitting there for months. Oh, okay. I'm too lazy to undo this. So it's gonna become stuffing. This is just a yarn cake, so I can just like hide the tail and pull. There we go. Okay. This is, I'll show you in a moment. Just let me put back the yarn inside. This is Obi Amigo XL in yellow, neon yellow. You can't hear me? Oh, you can hear me. No, yeah, I'm not muted. Something's going on. But yeah, this is in neon yellow. And this is neon yellow from Craft Smart, back when it was still Craft Smart, which is now Soft Classics, Loops and Threads. So that one I do need to ball up because right now it's just a big giant mess on my desk. uh, and after I'm done with that, be leaving for the post office. Can you hear me now? Oh, now you can. Good. Sometimes I don't know. YouTube does funky things. When I joined Zach's premiere earlier, I couldn't see the chat until I left and came back, and then by the time I did that, it was already over. So, so yeah, sometimes YouTube does funky, weird stuff, and doesn't want us to communicate. I don't know why. It's weird. Yeah. I use these right here for my alien heads, by the way. I have to make two of them for crew members, skinny puppy crew members. I forgot. I keep forgetting to do them, but also I'm so cramped with orders that been a little bit lazy about doing that. So yeah, okay. Um, I just really love this neon yellow because it doesn't have so much grain to it as the Amigo XL has. If you see the comparison, look, this almost looks green, this one here. And they also have a neon green, which is actually green. This one is just a yellow, but yeah, I prefer this one here because of that. It doesn't have greenness to it, it's just a good solid yellow, which is nice. For me personally, I prefer that. And yeah, I'm probably gonna make a neon yellow kitty very soon. So if you're interested in that, head over to my Etsy shop. Links are in the description and in the chat as always. So yeah, if you want to see that, go over there. It will be it'll be available. I have a bunch of them in my listing. Don't forget some micro. Yes, I know, but I need to type up the pattern. I've not had the chance to do that yet. I just have to type it out, really. Because I don't have the time right now. I have too many orders and I have other patterns to finish up as well. Because I'm a pattern writer and I've had tests going on lately. Not lately, but not long ago. I mean, I don't remember the word for it. I'm sorry. But not long ago, I had tests. So I do need to finish that before. I haven't had the time. I'm sorry. I can't give you a time frame as to when that'll be done, but I'll do it eventually. But also, I need to finish the alien heads I'm making for Skinny Puppy's crew. Um, and I'll be sending them that soon. They get the full sized ones though, because I promised them they will get one. So I have to make them the full sized versions. They're nice folks. They deserve it. They worked really hard on that tour. I don't know what colored eyes I'm gonna do. I was thinking probably red or purple. I think I will ask them. I don't know. No, no. I'm sending them full sized alien heads. because they've seen it in real life, and I don't want them to like. I don't think they will understand that it's the same pattern. I don't want them to be disappointed and be like, "Oh, I wanted a big one." So I promised them that I would make it for them to show my appreciation. So that's why I'm doing that. But I'll give you the pattern eventually. I really just have to type it out. Um, but please just no, no, because I have to do that rather soon. I have to be sending it really soon because I told them I would do it after the holidays. But right now, I don't really have the time to type that out. It will be done. I don't know when. I can't give you a time frame for that. I'm sorry. I just don't really have the energy right now to be doing that, and I have just too many things to work on, and I have other patterns to write and to finish. So I'll do it. I promise. Just not now. Sorry. Like that was due for the beginning of January. Their package. So for me, it takes me like 15 minutes to make one. So I just have to actually do it. But it's because I really struggle typing out patterns on PDF because I use Ribbler, and when you do that, you have to type everything back again. You can't copy paste because the way Ribbler is set up is to avoid pattern theft and everything. So I can't. You want it now? Yeah, I'll do it. I promise. Just winter's been a little bit full of work, right? So, but yeah, the way Ribbler is set out is to avoid pattern theft. They've disabled the copy paste function, so I can't, even if it's my own pattern, I can't go and copy and paste different steps and everything, and then put them back into the document. I have to type everything out, and since Ribbler uses a different format than regular patterns, I have to take that into account as well, and I have to reformulate the way I write basically. Ribbler is great. It's just not very compatible with files and things. It's crazy. It's a very good app, although I don't like the fact that they're recently going subscription based instead of free for all users. They promised that they would keep a free version accessible and everything, which right now they're not doing. Right now, you need to have a paid account to have perks and everything, which makes me really sad because I'm not gonna pay for a subscription for Ribbler. I'm gonna tell you right now, if they want to make me pay to use the designer feature, I'm not gonna do that. No, no, simply no. They figure out that their business model of not having pattern selling fees and everything was not that good, and right now they're like finding searching for ways to like make money. So they've created subscription based accounts, and so that, yeah, that makes me really sad because it's no longer a free app. You don't no longer have access to all the features you used to have. So I don't know. It depends. If the designer's tools stay free, I might continue using Ribbler, but if they put a fee on designer features, I'm leaving the app. Absolutely. Uh, because yeah, that would be really unfortunate. That would be a bunch of empty promises, really, and I'm not down for that. Riddler has done plenty in the area of unfulfilled promises. Unfortunately, they've banned users that were very big users of the app just because they've been mass reported by angry kids, and so I don't support that. Not a fan of that. 'Cause, kids sometimes, they're gonna get angry. They're gonna do stupid stuff and mass report accounts just because they're mad that they're being told something they don't like. So that's been a little bit of a problem on that app. Yeah, it's really good for interactive um, pattern sharing and everything, which is an aspect of the app I really like and that I use personally. It's one I'm completely down for, but I really, really don't like the subscription based thing. Nah, it's not my vibe at all. Makes me sad, really, because they promised they would stay free for all users, and it's not right now. So yeah. That's actually, I'm gonna message my friend about that. I have a friend I always complain to about Ribbler issues because she's on the website as well. But yeah, I just really hope they don't put like a user fee on their best feature and the reason why everyone uses it. I have this like tiny bit of purple that I have from years ago when I started crocheting. Back when it was still craft smart and not really soft. Mm, but yeah, this one is soft. The yellow one, for some reason. I don't know. It has to do with the dye, probably. This is what I have of that purple. A tiny little baby skin. That's gonna be used for Halloween squares. Putting it there. There we go. Oh no. Oh goodness. Okay. I'm getting frustrated. Ah. Yarn. Spill. Yarn spill. But I've been making angry little aliens with this orange coral color. Cute. I want to make a giant one and gift it to specific people. But poor Ogre is probably tired of all my crochet gifts, so I'm not gonna do that. You hear that siren? See, I told you. It was really hurtful to my ears. It was like, why you gotta do that? I know, emergencies and everything, but my ears are so sensitive, guys. Yeah, that one was right outside my window. It's always they always use their siren right outside my apartment for some reason. I never hear them from far away. And I would hear that. Don't worry, I have good ears. I would notice if they used it anywhere else, but they don't. They do not. I don't know. I don't know why. They chose the one autistic person who has big sensory problems with noise, and they decided that their siren was to be heard only by me. No, I'm joking, but it just seems like these things are always effed up by the universe, the whole universe. Oh, for the sake of all that is good and pure, I am tired of unknotting this yarn. Uh, okay. It's really annoying right now. Yes, I will complain the whole time. This orange and this yellow would do a very nice like security thingy, like those thing they put on their back that are orange and yellow. I don't know the name of that. I don't remember it right now. But these are both very neon, very reflective. Ah, I'm done. I am done. Look at the size difference. All right, gonna just put it in my yarn shelf before a catastrophe happens. I'm back. Okay, I'm just gonna do a few more rows. After that, I'm gonna leave because the post office closes soon. So yeah, it closes at 5. So I'm waiting right now for the person to reply back to me about the kitty. If he wants me to change to change some details before I sew them on. But other than that, I can at least finish paws. And initially, I was thinking I would just make regular paws and have like um, claws on it and everything. But I think I'm just gonna do regular black lines to make it obvious that there are toes here, you know? I'm so hungry. Oh, yeah, I'm still mad at my roommate and I cannot eat my apples anymore because. Okay, basically, I don't use the trash can very often because I'm very close to zero waste with food. Like, first of all, we have a compost bin in the building, and even if I don't use that, I get really close to zero waste because I don't buy a lot of foods that have leftovers or things like that. When if I make rice, for example, I usually eat all of it, and fruits and vegetables I buy very sparingly. So I'm very close to zero waste. So I don't throw very many things in the trash. So sometimes it can take up to like a week before I use it. And today, when I opened it, it was full of God's gift. If you know certain things about certain things, you will know what I mean by that. But I don't want to say what because it's gonna make me vomit. But if you know what God's gift is, you will know what I'm talking about and you will know why I'm so angry. But yeah, now it is in the bathtub with a bunch of bleach. I gave it a bleach bath. So it's in a bunch of water and bleach. And it's gonna stay there for the whole day until he comes back home. And I'm gonna make him scrub that stuff. I'm gonna make him scrub it that because that is disgusting. Like, and it's not the first time it happened, right? He doesn't check it. He says, "Oh yeah, but it's not full. Why would I put it downstairs? It's not full." Yeah, but whenever you leave all your food in it for a long time, you know what happens. So just like throw that away, please. So yeah, I don't appreciate God's gift, if you know what I'm talking about. It should be pretty obvious to some of us in the chat because we like a certain a band that sang about that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I apologize, but yeah, I was so disgusted when I found that earlier today. I was, yeah, I wanted to barf, to put it politely. Winter was not satisfied. It's always little things like that, like messes up, and then it's just an accumulation of all those things that makes it really big and really difficult to live with him, right? Because I could just clean it and not complain, but also like things like that happen every day. He either breaks or messes up something every day, and I'm just like, but I'm not gonna have an apartment at the end. Like I'm not gonna have anything left. Right now, the trash can is so disgusting. There are bits of food and things rotting like all over the mechanism to keep it open. And he's not careful about where he throws things away. It's just full of disgusting stuff all over. So yeah, bleach bath. And right, that makes flies when they hatch, when they grow and they get bigger. And so we have flies all over our kitchen because he doesn't clean one thing and he leaves food in the sink for like God's know how long. And I can't use the sink anymore because he puts like 20 things in there that are disgusting and I can't touch because of sensory issues. Anyway, I'm just not in the best situation right now. So I'm frustrated, guys. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, mold isn't safe. But we don't really have mold. A little bit in the bathroom. But that's not his fault, to be fair. It's the place is really humid. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I was not happy about finding God's gift in my trash can. My trash can. That happened to me once in my life because I bought cantaloupe and I left the rind in the trash can for one night, and apparently that's a very God's gift prone food. And the same night, it got full of God's gift. And yeah, that happened once in my life. I never repeated that mistake. Now, whenever I buy big fruit like that and I have rinds, I put that directly downstairs in the bin, directly in the bin outside, in a bag, tied up and everything. I will never make that mistake again, believe me. But since he's been here, it's happened like 10 times or so. And I'm just like, dude, put the freaking bag downstairs. Empty the trash can once in a while. It's gonna do you a lot of good. Because, like I said, I don't use it. I barely use it. So I don't notice that stuff. Like, I throw maybe one or two things in it in like every few weeks. I don't really. Some apple cores sometimes because I do make a lot of applesauce. But yeah, I use the recycling bin plenty, and for some reason, it's full of stains of food stains and everything. And I'm just like, dude, rinse it out. there's eggs. There's egg stains on my recycling bin inside the house. Egg stains. Where, how did he do that? How? Creepy crawlies. I like saying God's gift. I know it's not exactly the same thing because God's gift are those that eat cadavers, not the ones that eat uh, leftover foods, but I love saying that better than anything that crawls because that's gonna make me gag. So that's why I don't say that. But winter is dissatisfied with the service. You know, as politely as I can put it, I wanna get rid of this roommate. Please, gods, let me find a roommate that won't mess up my place and my things, please. Okay. Yeah, I have a very sensitive stomach with things like that. So it was hard for me to clean it. Just put it in a bleach bath and told myself, yeah, it's this problem now. And I have ADHD, right? So, like, I understand forgetting things, not doing things, and things getting really bad. I understand that. But also, when you live with a person, you have to be mindful of them and to respect their space and to make sure like that they're not gonna be stuck at home with things they can't use. Like I can't use the trash right now. I can't use the sink right now because it's full of disgusting things. He doesn't clean his dishes. He cleans them the night before, and then before he leaves in the morning, it's already full of things, and I can't use it during the day. And he makes sure there's no space anywhere to put them, basically. So I'm sorry. I know that I'm complaining right now, but yeah, it's just been really difficult. I apologize for venting the frustrations, but that needed to get out. I'm finished with the second arm now. I just want to make it a tad firmer without being too stuffed. That should be good. Okay. Okay, I just need a teeny tiny bit more. Just to sit inside the top of the arm here. And there we are. There we are. We have arms. We have kitty arms. I'm struggling because my camera is flipped right now and I don't know how to unflip it. YouTube changed the settings for that. Let me see if I can change it myself. I don't want live chat replay. Hmm. I'm gonna go because I have basically a little bit less than an hour to get to the post office. So thank you everyone for keeping me company during this annoying time. I appreciate that very much. And I hope you all have a nice day. Free of gifts. I said the word of God's gift. Free of God's gifts. And free of nasty roommates. And free of disgusting things. Um, and also that you have all that you need, that you have good food, good sleep, good rest, good friends, good health, everything that you might desire. So, thanks everyone. Thanks for keeping me company again, and I'll see you very soon. I don't know if I will stream again tonight. There's a possibility that I might. It's a Friday night, so my roommate might go out later tonight. But we will see. We shall see. But yeah, I have a bunch of other kitties and things to do. So anyway, bye everyone. Thank you.